Alrighty guys, welcome back to ISD here at 101.5 WOCB. You're here with Devonn.
I'm Pierce.
How you doing today, bro?
I'm tired.
Tired?
I'm not gonna lie.
Man, what you been up to?
Work. I worked this morning.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man. I didn't even work early. Like I work at 10:45.
That's light, bro.
Super light, but I have a horrible sleep schedule, so I did not go to bed at the time I should have went to bed. So
Me too.
I should be rested. I am not.
I'm saying.
I take full responsibility.
Yeah, no. Today I slept till 12.
You didn't work today?
Nah, I never work on Mondays. Never.
Yeah, this is the first time I worked on Monday in a couple months.
See, for me, it's too risky. I don't want to be like, Devonn, can you stay here? Oh, wait, I know you said to be here till 3, but man, 3:30.
That's
man,
exactly.
4. Man, can you hold this down? Then it gets lost communication. I'm supposed to leave at a certain amount of time to be here, and then there's traffic all on Grand.
Mm-hmm.
I hate taking Grand Avenue for one, especially through Waukegan, bro. The traffic is garbage.
The traffic's trash, but then they got mad construction there too.
Yes.
Now, so
yes.
Super slow, but yeah, that's the feeling that was going through my mind all day. It was like, I hope I'm out of there by at least 4 o'clock. Luckily, I got off earlier than that, but I mean, like, if it was busy, I could have easily been there until 4:30.
Yep.
And then at that point, I wouldn't even be here.
Right.
And I would not get here on time.
And that sucks, because then you're conflicted, like, I'm stuck in my job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you do? Walk out?
Right.
You can't.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Stuff's garbage. But man, guys, it's been really great for me these past few weeks. It's been kind of up and down, but from a radio, just music side, it's been dope. We've had a lot of new music. We're gonna get into that later.
Yeah.
A lot of super dope things. First thing we're gonna kick off with is our positive news. Positive news. Now, Pierce, you sent me this article off of Reddit. Is that nearly 3,100 federal inmates to be freed under drug laws. Now, to my understanding, I'll be honest with you, I did not get a chance to open up and read the article, but to my understanding, these are all lower marijuana convictions.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think is awesome, and I think I'm hoping that the more marijuana is legalized throughout the country, it just makes sense to let the people that are in prison for that out. You know, and I guess it depends on like how severe the sentence is or what they did involving marijuana. But like if you're in jail for just selling dime bags, you know what I'm saying, just to make some extra money, like no, you shouldn't be going to prison for that, you know what I'm saying, or if you're in prison for just having it on you, like that's just ridiculous. That, especially now that they're selling it, like you can have an ounce on you, you know what I'm saying, like I could freely have an ounce on me and I'll be good. Like
it makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
And one thing I want people to understand is that there's a difference between jail and prison. Jail is local county jail. Prison is like hard time, there for X amount of years, you get chipped off hours and hours, you're in the middle of a cornfield. That's prison. Jail and prison, two different things. I think a lot of people don't really seem to understand that. So when you go to jail for something kind of like that, okay, maybe out in a few months, few weeks, get bail, whatever. You go to prison, you're not bailing, you're not bonding out.
Yeah, you're in there
for a very, very, very long time. I don't think people understand that, so that's super dope. Next thing we got on the docket for positive news. Congrats to Meek Mill. If you guys don't know, Meek Mill is a rapper out of Philly, very poppin'. He's on probation. He was on probation for about 10 years, if I remember correctly. And he just started his own record label.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Which is crazy dope, as a subsidiary of Roc Nation. So I think that is one of the dopest things I've ever seen. And it's really great to hear someone make a comeback from that,
Yeah, because he was in a pretty bad spot for a while.
Did you just text me?
No, well, they just sent.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah. That's super dope. That's amazing. And it's really great to see someone make a comeback story.
Yeah.
Next thing we got, and this is kind of a story time. You actually brought this up yesterday. Super funny, guys. So if you want to know what a real friend is, I need you to tune in right now. Right now. All right? Check it out. We were what, high school? Or we graduated? Maybe the year after we graduated high school.
Yeah.
Pierce was at my house, family gathering. He always pulls up, shows up, yada, yada, yada. He parks behind the driveway. Cool. As everyone's leaving.
I was across the street behind your driveway.
Okay, yes. Across to be more clear, across the street behind my driveway. So if you were to back straight out, you would hit his car, right?
If you weren't looking.
If you were looking, you'd hit his car, right? So he's parked there and everything. And, lights go down, stuff gets darker, everyone starts leaving. My grandmother, who's obviously older, shouldn't be really driving like that, leaves earlier than everybody else. We're still inside the house, because, we don't leave until like 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, he don't leave, it's my house. We go out there, we chop it up for a little bit, we look at his car, and we're like, yo, was that dent always there?
No.
And I'm just sitting there like, yo, what could be the cause of this? Only person that parked at the end of the driveway was my grandma that day.
Yeah. No.
And all of a sudden, we come out there and just see this huge, like, dinner plate dent all on the side of his car.
Yeah.
Like, it's still there to this day. And you want to talk about it, and I'm going to let you, I know you got something to say, I'm going to let you go in 1 second. You want to talk about a real friend, bro. My man's been rolling around with this dent for the past 5 years. Didn't ask for nothing. I said, yo, do you want to do something about it? You can tell your mom, insurance, yada, yada. He said, nah, it's cool. Now, what a good friend is that?
I didn't even have proof your grandma
What a
hit me, so I couldn't explain. But I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's an old car anyway.
Right.
But yeah, that kind of definitely threw me off. I'm just surprised she like didn't hear it, didn't feel it, didn't say. When she probably did all of that. She probably heard it and felt it, but just pulled off.
Honestly,
which I mean, I guess I can't blame her. At the same time, though, I don't know if it was her, so these are all just guesses. But it just makes the most sense that she hit my car.
And here I am, throw my grandma. I'm really snitching on my grandma, bro. It's my grandma, bro. I mean, because my thing is like I said, you get older, and I've seen the way she drives like a bat. And when you get there, and like I noticed when you change gears in her car, it's very like hard, like
yeah.
So maybe she thought it was like I braked something, or I tapped something. Or maybe she think it was that bad, but you like your car folded.
Yeah, it's a dent. It is in there.
This is a very big healthy dent. But like I said, man, you are a really good friend. Thanks for not putting the head out on my grandma, bro. I appreciate it.
That you know of.
That I know of. I hate to pull up tomorrow. Devonn, there was these strange men outside my house.
Right.
They told me to make us some cookies or something crazy like that. So I feel you, man. But that's what we got for Positive News, man. We got a lot of new music, a lot of things coming up. Right now, I'm gonna play you guys something. It's off one of my favorite artists right now, YBN Cordae. His new album is called The Lost Boy. The song I'm gonna play for you is called Thanksgiving. You're listening to ISD. We will be right back. Thank you. That was Maxo Kream, Meet Again, off his new album Brandon Banks, which I'm really feeling, bro. Like really feeling. One of the best projects to come out this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean it's solid all the way through, every single song. No skips.
No, and it's a balance between hits and it's a balance between storytelling, like you guys just heard. Only song in there I probably could like that I like the least is probably just the Relays of Travis Scott, because to me every Travis Scott feature sounds the same. It's gonna be an auto-tune voice, be maybe a little different.
I mean that's what he sounds like. And that's literally him.
And I feel you, but to me it's just like Travis. Maybe I'm burned out on Travis Scott because Sicko Mode got played so much and it's still being played so much. I could do without a Travis Scott feature right now.
I mean, I don't hear Sicko Mode that much just because I don't listen to the radio. Other than our show, because our show's amazing.
Right, 100%, best show on the planet.
But yeah, no, I get what you're saying though. I mean, yeah, it was super played out. Yeah, I can see what you're saying about Travis Scott. I have heard some people say that, like when he features on a song, it feels like it's his song, almost. Which I'm like, I don't know. I like Travis Scott. I like the song. I like the song that you're talking about and everything like that.
Relays.
So yeah, the Relays. But I can see why you kind of are burnt out on his sound, and his vibe and everything like that. I can see that.
For sure. All right, guys. So first thing we're gonna talk about 2 Saturdays ago, I went to ComplexCon. Now, ComplexCon, if you guys don't know, Complex is one of the biggest media outlets on the planet. Music, fashion, movies, art, and everything. Everything's covered on there. And they had a convention for the first time here in Chicago. Actually, they had this convention years before, but this was the first time in Chicago, and it was one of the best experiences I think I've ever had, ever. The biggest thing I took away from ComplexCon was when I was inspired. When you break your own routine and you do things that are different, especially that you want to do, you get this just rush of just inspiration. It's kind of hard to describe inspiration. It's like motivation, like you're dreaming, like all at once. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So to go there and meet so many people who do things like me, met somebody with a YouTube channel who are super dope. Shout out to Complex Addiction. I met Omen the rapper, I met Clyde Frazier, I met Marvin Bagley. It was a really super dope overall experience, and then we're gonna meet those kind of people. Only thing that really bugged me per se was just the crowd. The crowd was whack for the performances. Schoolboy Q performed, Ellie Mae performed, and the reason why I say they were whack is I don't think they were all hip hop fans. A lot of them were just fans that really showed the Complex for others, which is cool because they had fashion stuff, they had a comedy show, they had everything
other
there.
Things going on.
So they may not be hardcore hip hop fans like me, but he'll do like Num Num Juice, and they're all kind of like. Time's up, no, and I'm sitting there, time's up, come on, Bob's, and I'm going crazy. Everyone is just like on their phones and whatnot. So
man, every time I see crowds of places like at Complex, or I saw a crowd at like the XXL like freshman showcase thing. I saw like a video of the crowd there, and they were super dead too. I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of crowds nowadays are just really dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is from videos I watched. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, not every crowd for every artist is a dead crowd. And I'm sure it depends on the type of artist, what genre they are. You know, like if it's a chill artist, obviously you're not gonna be jumping up and down.
Right.
You know, but like if it's a artist that has energy, you know, whether that's hip hop, rock, pop, I mean, it really doesn't matter. Country, it doesn't matter. You know, like you think that people would want to like feel that and kind of be in the moment. But I feel like a lot of people now, at least from what I see, like, you know, everyone has their phones out recording, and that's what they're more focused on. So they can't even really get hyped because it's like, I gotta get a good video, you know, or I don't want to drop my phone. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't get the whole point of going to a concert and then not just wilding out, you know. Like you should be having fun, jumping up and down. You should be sweaty, lose 10 pounds once you leave, you know. But yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe they just weren't hip hop fans, like super heavy hip hop fans, so they were just kind of like whatever. But why you don't? I'm sure like they could have done other stuff.
Oh,
you know, like,
yeah. I mean, well, when the concert started, when the concerts happened, I mean, there were concerts throughout the day, but the main headliners were Q and Ellie Mae. Yeah. Ellie Mae Saturday, Q was on Sunday. So, like towards the end, they knew they were performing. Everyone started to gravitate towards there because it's Ellie Mae and Q. But people had their phones out. But bro, even Ellie Mae did Boot Up, and the crowd was dead. Like, who doesn't know Boot Up at this point? I mean, come on. Like, everybody knows Boot Up. And the crowd was dead. Yeah. People having their phones out. It's like everyone's trying to be too cool. Everyone's trying to, like, lean back, no one. I was in there wilding out.
Well, I mean, I do know that people go to Complex. I'm sure people were making sure they had the nice clothes on, Supreme, and all, like, the off-white.
Like the photo ops and all that kind of stuff.
So it's like, I mean, I guess you're trying to show off.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I wore my Lyrical Lemonade shorts.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're not just going to be going bummy, you know, but, like, so maybe they just weren't trying to, like, mess that up or crease their shoes or something like that. But, I mean, I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of crowds nowadays are just super, super boring, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I hope concerts I'm going to, like, aren't like that. I'm sure they will be, but I'll be lit.
Majority of the concerts I've been to, honestly, have been so legit. I saw Boss, Kaz, Earth Gang, and the Hicks. That was for the 2 How to Ride tour. I've seen Cole twice for the KOD tour in 2014 Four Hills Drives. It was all solid, bro. Like, that was the only concert I've been to that I was just like this is whack. But even besides the concert, guys, the amount of merch I got, the networking I made, different kinds of people I met some people who worked in certain places. I met Cole Bennett. That was super dope. He signed a hat and he signed, I don't know if I told you, the Lyrical Lemonade comes in 4-packs. And I bought it. He signed one of my cartons.
Oh, no, yeah, you didn't tell me that. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I drank all the lemonade. But I kept
good?
Oh, it was fire. The lemonade's fire, bro. And then I kept
it.
Yeah, I know, right? I paid $15.
15 for 4?
4-pack, yeah. Oof. I know, but it's a respect. I respect Cole. I respect the movement.
I get it, man.
I'm sitting there like, ooh, I look at mess with you. He puts them online. I might buy some more. Lord knows. So, but it's not gonna be like that because that's a really expensive.
They gotta make like a 12-pack or something, 24-pack for me to buy it. $15 for 4.
It was, bro.
That's crazy.
It's nuts, bro. I can't even lie to you. But hey, I mess with Cole Bennett. I mess with the movement, so I really appreciate that. Oh, crazy story. I was in a rush, right? Because I had to go home, and it's like an hour drive from Chicago to my house, and everything closing up. I somehow got in the front of the line to get Lyrical Lemonade, and I literally grabbed hoodies, shirts. I was in such a rush, bro. I grabbed a medium shirt. I'm a large. So when I tried the shirt on the other day, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go out tight. You thought I was in the gym. It wasn't. That shirt, I could barely even breathe, bro.
Pass it to me.
I already gave one away. I got another one though. I just got to wash it. Yeah, I bought 2 t-shirts.
You bought 2 mediums?
I just grabbed them, bro. I thought they were largest.
Hey, I hear you. You know.
But yeah, I got 2 t-shirts, and I gave one away to my friend Alexis. Shout out. And then the other one, I gotta watch first though.
I mean, it probably won't fit me either.
Probably not, cause you're all jacked and whatnot. But I mean, my thing is, I gotta wash it with my bad habit. I put deodorant on, and then I put my shirt on. So now I got deodorant stains on my shirt.
That's what I do too.
But see, I don't know what happens to me every time I get like white stripes on my shirt. Every time.
Oh, yeah, no, that happens. Well, yeah, because like you're putting it on.
Exactly.
Do you use the white deodorant or do you use
I use Old Spice Fiji white deodorant.
Oh, see, that's why.
That's why, yeah.
But I hear if you get a, what are they called? Fabric softener sheets, the sheets, you know what I'm talking about? When you put in the dryer, and you use those and you can like wipe it off.
Really?
And it takes it off, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I saw a video on Instagram, those like life hacks.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it works.
I was going to say.
I mean, you never know.
You never know. Some stuff on the internet is real, some stuff is like, eh.
Yeah.
So, next thing we got real quick before we go into the break. A real quick point I want to make. You know, NBA 2K and NFL, right? These games. They put out these games every year. And honestly, there's nothing different. It's the same thing. If I'm a basketball, I don't even know why people buy the new editions of 2K. Because to my understanding, if you buy the game, like say you bought 2K 16 or 17, and you have them online, they're gonna update the rosters.
It updates, yeah.
So what's the point of buying a new game every year if it's the same thing? It's still a basketball game. What, they gonna update my player mode or something like that?
I mean, yeah, they do like small tweaks here. I mean, I'm not the biggest. I don't play. I have 2K. I have Madden. I don't play them at all. I'm trash. I'm so bad. But like I have them, and yeah, I mean, I guess there's nothing really different about them. Like unless there's like small, just like tweaks when it comes to game modes. But I mean, it's an easy money grab. Like they know people are gonna buy it. That's just like the Lion King.
Oh yeah,
just like the Lion King. That's an easy money grab. There's no reason. Why'd you remake it? You didn't have to remake it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, let's remake it and put all these celebrities in there so that people want to. No. I did not watch it. I'm not gonna go watch it. I refuse to watch it.
I feel you guys, but all right, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. But first thing I want to do, a new venue featuring jazz, blues, and folk music. All right, my boy. Next topic point we got. It's funny, actually, since you brought up Lion King, we'll hop topics. I saw Lion King.
Yeah.
Last night.
You told me. Was it good?
Honestly.
Was it the same? I heard it's the same exact story.
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go there to watch better graphics? Like, no, I like Lion King because it's a cartoon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The songs and things like that's what I want. I don't want to see real lion or realistic lions doing that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's all good.
How was it?
So honestly, like I said, the storyline was exactly the same. There was nothing really changed or anything like that. So there's nothing that could really catch us off guard in terms of a storyline plot. So that one thing already took it out of the way from me. So I went there to look for graphics and look for the voice acting.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Donald Glover as Simba was good. I like that. Only thing that really didn't sit well with me was Beyonce as Nala. Because to my understanding of the storyline is not that she sounded bad.
Yeah.
But when I imagine Beyonce, I imagine a really grown woman. When I imagine Nala, I imagine someone who's like a teenager, early 20s.
It's Simba. Just like. Aren't they like the same like age? Like,
yes, yeah. They were cousins at the same time, and
exactly.
I don't know Simba's age in the
movie. I don't know
when he grows up, but I doubt he's 40.
Yeah, definitely not older.
I mean, like I'm not saying Beyonce's 40, but I don't know how old Nala is. She's up there. Beyonce's mid to up 30s. She's definitely.
I don't know her age.
I'm gonna find out right now, but I mean, it's stuff like that. That like I've been watching movies my whole life, so I'm a very big kind of a critic for certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see things like that, I'm just like, that doesn't really add up to me. I need everything to kind of add up for certain movies for me to really like it, especially because it's a movie and you got to take your time, make sure you get that storyline right. I have no tolerance for plots and story and like if it's just bad plot, I have no tolerance for it. So
right.
The plot was expected the same, went exactly the same as it did. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it for you, but my bad. But overall it was an okay movie. The graphics were solid. Timon and Pumbaa were hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were hilarious. The scar over his left eye. Yeah, left eye. It was there. It wasn't as prominent as it was in the cartoon, though. I would prefer for it to be more prominent, personally, me. But other than that, man, I had a scale of 1 to 10 of the Overstreet scale. I'll give it a 7.
A 7? I mean, that's solid, And I'm not saying it was bad. Again, I didn't watch it. I'm not saying it is going to be bad. I'm not saying the voice acting was bad, but I definitely feel like one, they should have got some professional voice actors, like real.
So you didn't like Donald Glover, Beyonce?
Not so much that I don't have a problem with like the celebrities doing that stuff, but I feel like they just picked out celebrities because it was big names like Beyonce and Donald Glover's in it. You know what I'm saying? So people are like, I want to go there because of that. I want to watch it because of that, not because it's a good movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And again, like I said, I don't know how they sounded. You said that Donald Glover sounded good, and I like Donald Glover, so I'm sure he did sound good doing that. What?
It says here Nala's 51 years old. That don't make no sense.
Maybe
that's
years.
Oh, we gotta remember when the movie came out.
Yeah,
well, that movie came out in the 90s.
Yeah, but she's still not 51.
That's crazy. I know.
What are you looking at?
I just googled it. Age of Nala. It's boo-boo. Don't worry about it.
Like, this is the okay.
It says age of Nala. How old is Nala Lion King? It says 51 years, March 6, 1968. How is that even? Oh, that's her voice actor, Moria Kelly. Oh, I'm sitting there like, that doesn't make any sense. I was like, that doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah. So continue what you were saying.
Okay, but yeah. So I think they just wanted a big money grab. I'd much rather Disney and all them just make original movies. You know, like I'd much rather go see an original movie idea than another remake with better graphics and a bunch of celebrities making the voices. You know, like that doesn't do it for me personally.
Right.
You know, and maybe it's because when I was a kid and when the first Lion King came out, or when did Lion King come out?
Let's find
I
out.
was either a kid or I wasn't even born yet. But either when I watched it, I was young, and that was my childhood. So like I don't want to like taint it whatsoever. But like I don't know. You know, I just feel like it wasn't. They were doing it more for the money than really anything else. You know, because nothing was changed other than graphics. I think they definitely should have just got voice actors, professional voice actors that do this for a living, and not just celebrities just to put the big names up there. And guess who's in our movie? You know, like cool.
So the original Lion King came out April 27th, 1994.
Okay, so yeah, I was born in '96, but when I did see it though, we were still kids.
Yeah, that was our thing. So, I have certain movies. Like, I vividly remember them being VHS movies. And these are the ones that really played a big role in my childhood. It was Lion King. It was the Power Rangers movie. It was a little green cassette with a White Ranger taught us karate. And it was the Pokemon movie. The very first one, all on VHS. So Lion King and Beauty and the Beast. All that kind of plays a part in that for me. But yo, did you know that Simba and Nala are siblings?
No. I did not know that.
It says right here, again, this is Google, so this could be wrong. It says they're siblings. In a pride, all lionists are related. Female cubs stay with their mother to form an extended family of sisters, aunts, and cousins. With boys, since often find their own way, because if you breed with your brother cousin, you're going to have a bad time. That's nasty. Wait, that didn't make any sense. That made no sense.
Didn't they like? I thought they were like a thing.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. They have kids. That's why I'm really confused. Yeah, all right, forget it. I'm mad I even said that now because that makes no sense whatsoever. But yeah, so overall, man, I give it a 7 out of 10. Graphics were nice. I already enjoyed the storyline, so like there's nothing new to me. But yeah, I get what you're saying because, you know, they just wanted the money, grabbing the attention.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, next thing we got, real quick, just want to touch on this, not to give too much attention to dumb stuff, but if you actually go to Area 51, you're a dummy. Please don't do that because you literally might get shot or go to jail.
Yeah.
Please don't do that at all.
I really don't think people are serious about that. I can't imagine they are. You know, I feel like it's just a big joke. I hope it is at least. I know the government definitely did say like, if you guys do charge, we will. Yeah, you will get shot. So yeah. I don't think it's gonna be it. I really don't think nothing's gonna happen at all. When is that even supposed to happen?
Sometime in like November, September.
Really?
Yeah. It's gonna be cold. Well, that's in like the middle of the desert, so it won't be cold.
Yeah, it's gonna be warm there. But yeah. Either way.
For sure. All right, guys. Next thing we got new music. So much new music out. First, let me get your reaction to Rick Ross featuring Drake.
I liked it. I've only heard it a couple times, but I liked it. I'm definitely gonna have to go back and listen to it again. I think I'll probably end up downloading it though from my phone. Did you like it? It
was solid. The beat is nice, of course. Anytime Drake or Ross on the track, it always goes crazy. Aston Martin music, this is a classic. So overall, I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed the track. I always love a good Drake verse, a good Drake feature. Even though sometimes it does get old to me because we hear Drake so much, but other than that, it was solid. YBN Cordae's album. I know we touched on it again, but just say it one time for the record. The album is fire.
Yeah, super solid debut album. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit hard to follow up this.
Yeah.
Not saying that he can't do it, but I mean that's a lot of different albums though. And I actually saw I don't know where I saw this, but it kind of made a lot of sense that you got to think about like a lot of these artists when it's their first albums, they're working their whole life on this album. You know, making sure it's perfect. And then when the second album comes, they only have so much time to put that out. Yeah. So when you have a great first album, you know, they could have spent 5 years on that, you know, and scrapped so many songs and changed things around to make the perfect album. And then the second one comes in 6 months. Of course, it's not going to be the same quality. So that made a lot of sense. I never really thought about it like that. That you know, some of these that just time frame, like how much time they had to work on the albums, is completely different when it comes to first and second. But yeah, I mean, I liked it a lot. I'm looking forward to what he's going to do in the future and see what he's going to drop. But I think it's actually a bright future ahead of him.
I do too. You know, from a rapping skills mindset, he is like top of the top.
Yeah, he's really good.
One thing I really enjoy about him is his pace. I haven't really heard him rap fast, but he doesn't rap too slow. I really like his cadence. I feel like he finishes every word, every bar, and it's funny. It's really cool to me. He talks with a lisp. If you ever listen to one of his interviews.
Yeah, I know.
But when he raps, you can't even tell.
Can't hear it.
Like he's just clear, concise. Lyricism's on point. Performances look dope. He was on, I believe, Jimmy Fallon the other night with Anderson .Paak performing RMP, which is also produced by Cole. So overall, man, this album's nice. I love Cordae as a talent. I first heard of Cordae when he did the response of 1985.
Yeah.
The old N-words song.
Yeah.
And I thought that was dope. I'm like, yo, who's this young dude? Whenever I heard YBN, I put him in there with the mumble rappers and the Mir and well, I don't know if those are mumble rappers, but I assume anybody in this younger generation that came through, this wave we got in like 2016, 17, was just a bunch of like mumble rappers. But Cordae,
I don't think so.
Cordae was different. I assume that. Cordae is not a mumble rapper though.
No, definitely not. I don't think all rappers that have come out of this are mumble rappers. I mean, a lot of them are.
Good chunk. Not all of them though.
A lot of them are, but I feel like we're leaving that wave now, or it was very short lived. I feel, because I think a lot of people, especially the younger kids, are kind of trying to come back and be like, okay, like that was cool, just making hype stuff, but I want to see, I want to prove I'm the best again. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of getting back to that type of mentality, which I think is dope. So I think we're in the coming years we're gonna get some great like lyrical albums or storytelling albums instead of just hype, 808 beats and talking about the same thing in every single song.
It's breeding super dope, super fire music. Lyricism's on its way back. Everyone kind of predicted this, that it really wouldn't last, because it didn't, because it was only a temporary thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's fads in all and every, there's been fads in hip hop since day one.
Right.
And it's not always gonna last. So this was just one of them. I'm curious to see what the next one's gonna be.
Me too.
It's probably gonna be pretty interesting. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this year, or the rest of this year, and next year. I know one of my favorite artists is dropping an album, and I gotta go.
Kid Cudi.
Yeah, I gotta buy a ticket for his tour. Like literally, the minute I find out, buying it.
Buying it. I feel you.
I do not care.
Yo, don't forget, we're going to see Logic in
No, yeah, December. Is it December? I know it's like
it's December because YBN Cordae's on the tour.
It's one of those.
He's touring with JID, Cordae, and
it's just those three.
Yeah, it's just those three. But JID's not gonna be there, so I'm kind of upset. Yeah, so I'm kind of upset.
I know, it's like, oh my god.
Because what's one thing I do notice is that I find it odd that artists will, before the album come out, they'll announce tour dates. Like, it's cool. Like, if it's cool, that's what they want to do. Is what they want to do. But me personally, as an artist, I wouldn't do that. I'd be scared. Like, yo, what if nobody messes with it? And here I am booking all these shows, and then nobody messes with my music. It's confidence. That's dope. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. Like,
I mean, I don't think someone who just dropped their first album would be like, yo, I'm going on tour, and now here's my album, and then no one likes it. But I think if you already know people are gonna, you know what I'm saying? People are gonna come. People like, then you could kind of put that together because people are going to show up regardless, good or bad,
For sure. All right, guys. Next thing we're gonna touch on, just so real quick, we always talk. There's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there, and I'm not gonna sit here and dive into it because there's like a million arguments gonna come and everything. But one thing I will say, a few weeks ago, J.P. Morgan got popped for shipping cocaine in one of their big huge trucks. You heard about that?
Yeah, I saw some headlines about it. I didn't dive too deep into it though.
I didn't either, but one thing it just kind of reminds me of is that a lot of times we look at issues like, especially in the black community, drugs and all sort of stuff, how the drugs get here, the drugs killing communities. You got to remember, not saying J.P. Morgan is the one doing it, but a lot of times, drugs and things like that happen to our communities and guns are because someone of a higher power put them there. Like, for example, Ronald Reagan gave black people crack.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. Guns being sold to these hoods.
A lot of people do know that.
You think so?
Yeah. I think it's a known thing. Like, but what are you gonna what do we do about it now?
Right. So, that's just something that just reminds me that it's not all our fault, and that you always have to kind of be aware, and that there are always things working in mysterious ways, even behind the scenes.
Yeah, I definitely think, and not trying to get too conspiracy theorists, like
that's a black hole,
tinfoil hat, right? That's what I'm saying. I can get into it, but I'm not gonna get into it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that is, and the point of it all is to kind of keep us down, and not just us as black people or us as younger people, but us as a not as fortunate generation, like the middle class, lower class. You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing things to kind of make sure that we don't get up to that high class.
Right.
You feel me? You know, what are those things? I don't know. You know, but I mean, I feel like there's a lot going on that is that makes it harder for us to succeed. You know, and get where we want in life, and it shouldn't be as hard as it is.
Right.
You know, because again, there's you gotta think about the people that hold the most wealth, or I guess wealth, the wealthiest people in the world. Is that right? Yeah, like I'm sure they don't want more people getting up to their level. You know, obviously not everyone's be billionaires, but you know, I'm pretty sure they don't even want a lot more people to be millionaires. You know, they'd rather everyone be, you know, back down here, you know, middle class, lower class, and have to go to them for help and buy their products, and you know what I'm saying. So they're gonna do whatever they can to keep us down. So we have to keep coming to them for help. You know,
100%.
Because at that point they can control us and do whatever they want.
Exactly, and gatekeepers are real. Gatekeepers are 100% real every facet of life. If you don't know what a gatekeeper is, essentially when you're trying to accomplish something, whether you're working in entertainment, it's very popular in the entertainment industry. Whatever you're trying to do, there's always a saying you have to know somebody, you know somebody. Gatekeepers are those people that you know or that everyone knows that really give the final nod or say, like, you know what, get this person a shot or don't.
Yeah.
Gatekeepers are real every facet of life, guys. And it's just really spooky. Like, I feel like we're talking about this now. Watch you go out there, our tires gonna be slashed, bank account emptied out. Like, oh, where'd my money go? Sir, we can't find any of your money. Oh my gosh. Like, what? So, alright, guys. Let's take a quick song break. We're gonna play this. I'm so excited we finally play this. They put it out. They put the cleans out after. Usually the cleans and the explicit comes out at the same time. They put these cleans out way after it. So
nobody wants to listen to clean music, man.
Nobody really does. I don't want to either. But it's the only thing I can do to get it off, man. What can I do? So, alright, guys, we got Revenge of the Dreamers 3, Under the Sun, featuring Luke and DaBaby and J. Cole. Be right back. Alright, guys, next thing we got on the talking point, old friends. This kind of came up because there's something that's kind of sitting on my heart lately. I was really cool with somebody, and we're still cool to this day, not as cool as we were. Some things transpired, but not as cool as we were at one point in time. And I'm debating, should I really rekindle it with this person? You know, everyone makes mistakes. Not everybody's perfect. At that point in time, I was a pretty bad friend.
Is this a female friend? Or?
Yeah, it is, but there was no type
of
connection.
Just wondering. Okay,
completely platonic.
Yeah.
So, you know, with me growing now, because sometimes, especially I notice this really as humans, when we grow, we often use other people as stepping stones when we move up in life, because you have to bump your head to other people to really grow. Yeah. And it sucks, but it's a part of life. And I look at that and I'm just like, you know, she's like, hey, give me a call sometime, we should catch up. I'm like, yeah, I'd love to, but then I'm sitting there like, do I really want to? Because there are questions that I have of things that may have transpired. Did you play a part in this? What happened with this? But then I don't want to kick up old stuff that could be unnecessary. And then I don't want to rehash things that didn't even happen or create new issues or whatever. Yeah. Man. It's a balance. It's a tough situation.
It is a tough situation. I get what you're coming from. Like, I've been in situations like that too, where like you want to rekindle that friendship.
It was dope.
Exactly, but like, is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I do contact that person, I feel like we're gonna have to talk about this. Yeah. You know, and is that gonna turn out well for either one of us? I mean, I guess you kind of got to think like how bad do you really want that friendship? You know, and like, do you think it's worth like and why? And like, why do you want to rekindle it? You know, like, because not every person that you meet in life is supposed to be in your life forever. You know, that's just reality. Even if you would want them to be there forever, like sometimes it just doesn't happen. You know, and you're gonna have to learn to move on from that. But I mean, I guess like you said that, she told you like, oh, we should like sometime.
Like, you know, she's like, you know, because we were super close, talking on the phone for hours. She's one of those people where I hit her up, we're on the phone for hours at a time. Time goes by, blink of an eye. You know, we hang out, great times, talk so much stuff, learn about each other. Super dope platonic friendship. Gave me a lot of good advice and something that transpired, and maybe make a big deal out of what I is. But I know first thing I'm gonna say is, you know, I'm sorry that we fell off. But first thing I do want to say is that I'm sorry for the young man that I was, and I'm sorry for just for like the immature things that I did.
Yeah. So were you the reason? Were you and the things that you did or did not do the reason why you guys fell off?
I think it's a 2-part thing. I think we both played a part. I just don't know what part. I can only know what part I played.
Right.
So I definitely think there are so many other facts into it. between such and such saying things and third party people and being friends with some person that they're not friends with. So it's like, okay, we stop talking. Really, and honestly, that's what I'm saying. Growth, because that situation itself just sounds goofy, like it's super goofy. So it's just like, I look back at it, I'm just like, we were really dope friends though, and I'm really contemplating, should I rekindle this again? Do I enjoy it? Tough situation.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of in the same situation right now. I don't really know what to do, so I can't really give you advice because like I'm also like, cause I would like to hit her up because it's a girl as well. I'd like to hit her up like, yo, like
just a friend girl.
Yeah, just a friend girl,
okay.
But like, I don't know. It's just like weird, like because like my whole thing is like I may want to be friends with her again. But now for you, I guess it's different because she told you like to hit her up and stuff like that. So I don't know how it is with my situation. Like I have no idea what her feelings are towards me. So like maybe she doesn't want to be my friend anymore. And if not, then that's cool. Like it's really whatever. But like I would like to have that friendship. But I mean I guess it is kind of weird because you kind of have to. I feel like you're gonna have to talk about those times or those hard times that kind of made you split off to begin with, and then like is it worth my time to try to rekindle this friendship again and stuff like that? And that's and I don't know because like I said I'm going through that right now too, so it's like I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough.
It's very tough.
It's very tough.
And but now did you and this friend were you guys on bad terms? You guys stopped speaking?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. We just kind of like stopped. Like faded away, like for whatever reason, but like there was never like I hate you, like I'm never gonna talk to you, that type of thing. So I mean, like I said, I really don't know. I'm sure I'll do it eventually. Just be like, yo, like how you been, But I mean,
and maybe because my friend reached out to contacted me, that maybe all is forgiven.
And that's what it seemed. I mean, because like if it wasn't, then there would be no reason. Like she wouldn't want to like. She wouldn't be like, hey, like let's talk again, or like let's rekindle the relationship that we did have.
Yeah. Type
thing, So like, she's whatever happened between you two, I'm assuming is done. Yeah. Is over.
And that's the thing. I could be overthinking. Nothing could have happened. I think it's just a matter of us both being friends with people that at the time were friends with each other type thing.
Oh, is that type of thing?
And it's just like so like so it's just like say you're friends with Tiff, but then Tiff's not friends with Sean. Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of in the middle thing. And it's just like, I'm going to talk to this person, I'm going to talk to that person, then I'm perceived as this and I'm perceived as that.
Yeah,
so it's just like
you're trying to be friends with both of them, but then both of them are like...
At odds.
You're not my friend because you're their friend.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, there was a little bit of that, but not necessarily. No one can ever put me in the corner. Ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm too hard on myself enough. No, if someone were to ever be like, yo, you need to decide, and be like, all right, well, you can kick rocks.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of person, so... no one ever did that, but I definitely felt that weirdness. Because my thing is, I try not to have smoke with anybody. And...
Right.
Like, say you have a problem with somebody, unless it's like a legit problem, like problem, then I'm still be cool with that person anyway, because it got nothing to do with me, and it's like, that's my person. You know what I'm saying? So, it all depends. Really, really tough situation. I just really have to get it off my heart, because I'm kind of undecided, and I don't want to kick her back up, so, wow, I didn't know that. Oh, that's crazy. Don't talk to me no more. I'll be like, why'd I do that?
Maybe it's best to not even bring it up. Like, just try to start new, like, fresh, and you can hit and be like, like, whatever happened, like, let's not bring the past back into this, because that could easily bring up like old feelings that you had back then, or more problems that you may not have known at the time. So now you're like, oh, now I see this in a completely different light. Like now I really don't mess with you, But if you really do want to have that friendship and like bring it back, maybe the best thing to do is just start new, and kind of both mutually agree like. I don't want to go back to where we were at and try to fix that and then bring our friendship, forward. Like let's just start here and act like whatever happened. Because like at the same time, like you said, you've grown. You're not the same person. So I'm sure she's not the same person. So you guys, if you think about it, this is a new friendship with different people. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't meet new people and it's like, hey, so like, tell me about all the hard times in your life, and how how you were a horrible person to your past friends. You're like, no, you just meet that person right then and there for who they are.
Yeah.
So I would maybe think of it like that. Like I've grown. I've thought about the situation, and I know where I went wrong, but I would still like to continue our friendship or rekindle it somewhat, you know. And since she's hit you up, I'm sure she'd be on the same thing.
Yeah.
So maybe try that. And
think
kind of think of it from that perspective as it's not the same people meeting up again. It's completely new people meeting up for the first time.
Definitely so. All right, guys, you're listening to ISD. Well, we're life counselors here.
Life counselors. Call us with all your questions.
Yeah,
actually. If you need therapy, we are here.
Yes, and real talk. Call-in's coming soon.
Yeah.
Call-in's coming soon. I'm telling you right now, we got caller ID. So if you call, you acting stupid, I promise you, we on your neck. We really not gonna do nothing, but we on you, and I'm gonna block you, and then take the empty threat like it's a real threat. Yeah. All right, guys, we got some break. We got an ad break. We're gonna play. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Yeah, but I know exactly.
Man, if you guys can hear the stuff we talk about off air, I'm telling you, crazy.
10 times better than what we talk about on air.
Easily. That's why I really do want to get the podcast up again.
Yeah. I just want to be able to cuss.
Me too, low-key. So I say it's whatever I want to say. So, all right, guys. Next thing I want to talk about, if you notice, I'm hopping a little bit. RIP to Maxim Kream. He was a boxer who passed away from a brain injury. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
That is super crazy.
Two of them.
Two of them did. Yeah, you're right.
That's like a week.
Yeah. It's sad, bro.
I know one died after he had surgery and died after.
Yep.
And the other one, which is this might be this guy you're talking about, was dead in the ring, almost. I saw it was sad, man. I saw a video they were fighting and everything like that, and then at the end, they're standing by the referee and one's gonna get their hand raised or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing that, but the one guy literally could not stand. His trainers were holding him up. His head was hanging
I think it was
down. He wasn't awake.
He got carted off, right?
Yeah, he was just down. And he was on they laid him on the mat just so they could take his stuff off. He was just not responsive. It looked like he was dying there, and they weren't doing anything. And that's just man, it's sad to see. Granted, the sport that they're doing obviously is dangerous and stuff like that does happen, because you're getting hit in the head repeatedly. All it takes is one good one to, at the right time, at the right spot to end your life, So, obviously they know the consequences of it. They get, I guess not all of them get paid handsomely for it, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, that's the crazy part.
Right.
Dudes getting some people are getting $8,000 to fight.
Some people have to work jobs and then box on the weekends, and they're pros. It's how are you a pro and you still have to work another job, So, but yeah, it's the sport. It's I don't like seeing stuff like that happen, but at the same time, I enjoy the sport of boxing and how bogus that is. I'm gonna go to boxing after this,
Yeah.
So clearly I like it and stuff, but It's always sad to see an athlete die like that, or just anybody really. You never want to see it happen, especially when doing what they love doing.
Yeah.
It always really hurts to see that.
It's terrible, and you know what you sign up for when you get into it. You understand that there's a chance you can and will take a pounding, or you could lose your life and never be the same in the ring again. So, not to discredit him, but he knew what he signed up for when he joined the sport, as all boxers do, but. It just really shows testament that you love what you do. If you can die doing it and you still want to do it. You know the risk and you embrace the danger. That's true passion. People always talk about, I want to do this because it's a good or it's a good hobby, or I love doing this. Nah, when you embrace the danger of what could happen and you know what could happen, you still want to do it. That just really just shows a testament. Especially that goes into becoming a boxer. That takes years and years of preparation. You have to start. A lot of the best boxers that we see now started boxing when they were kids. They need to start when they were 17, 18.
Yeah, if you start when you're 17, 18. Anthony Joshua started when he was 20.
Right, and that's really rare.
That's super rare. Super rare. But yeah, most of these guys have been doing it for the longest time.
Yeah.
The longest time.
And, kids or whatever, but these two guys who did pass away, rest in peace to them, man.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace.
Big shout out to their families. I hope you guys doing well. But now on the boxing tip, I want to bring this up again. And this is one thing I really dislike about boxing, is the fact that a lot of the hype around it, the promotion, a lot of it's BS. Organizing fights, getting fights done, and another thing that keeps being brought up, which I don't want to see again, is say Manny versus Floyd. I don't want to see that again. I don't really want to
see that again either, to be honest.
Manny still looks good. He did just beat Keith.
Yeah, I think if they were to do it, I could see Manny winning.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Floyd would just be super defensive, and I mean, he's gonna fight the way he fights. He's 50-0 for a reason. 51, 50, 50.
We're not counting one in Japan.
Yes, he's 50-0 for a reason.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really want to see that fight. It's gonna be a really boring fight.
Yeah.
But Manny's still looking good.
Looking great at that old age. He has over 70 fights under his belt or something like that.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao's got a ridiculous record.
Then he's a champion again at 40 years old.
Yeah, and to be boxing for so long, like the amount of beating he took is ridiculous. Manny Pacquiao was 40. Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
People they look on TV and in our phones or whatever how we watch sports now, and they see these athletes doing these things like, oh, I could do that, bro. No, you can't.
Not at all. I watched a video of an amateur boxer go against. He's this Japanese dude. He's like oh my god, I can't remember his name, but he's tearing up the dude. He's like
professional versus amateur.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the amateur, you could tell he knew what he was doing, but he just couldn't touch. He couldn't touch him at all. No punch he threw could touch him. And I'm just like, wow, even dude that has training going against a professional boxer, you can just clearly see the difference. I mean, that's not just boxing. That's anything. Basketball. I'm sure if you ever seen the videos of you got the NBA player, the D1 player, and the overseas player playing, King of the Court or whatever, then you can see the difference in skill,
yeah.
Clearly, but you wouldn't think that it's that far away, but yeah, no, there's a difference.
Very big. It's a very big world out
there. I mean, it takes a lot to be a pro in anything. You're. I would say experts in that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it takes so much time and dedication. So yeah, it is kind of funny when you got people who are sitting on the couch, think, oh, I could do that, or you got broadcasters dogging a certain player because they dropped the ball or missed the shot. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how could you do that? This isn't that. It's just okay, if you haven't played the game, then you don't know how hard it is, and I feel like it's almost like you can't really speak on it.
Yeah.
Too much because you really don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely see why some pros would get frustrated when you hear just people talking about their performance in whatever game, and they're sitting there yo, I'm the professional. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You guys are watching me and you're trying to tell me how to play. If you were so good, then you would be where I'm at right now.
Straight up.
And it's you don't think I know what I did wrong. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's always funny when you hear just a bunch of average Joes try to talk trash on these pros, trying to say that they can do better. You remember, actually, that reminds me, you remember that show, Pro vs. Joe?
Yeah. On Spike. Yeah. That was a really good show.
I love that show. That show's just right there. And a lot of the pros they had, they weren't even pros anymore.
They were retired dudes still washing these cats.
Yeah, it wasn't even fair,
It was basketball, football, I think they had baseball, track, lacrosse.
They probably
they had swimming too.
Sports. Yeah, they had a bunch of sports.
And
I know Shaq was there at one point in time.
Yeah, Dikembe Mutombo was there.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever did boxing. That'd been funny. I don't think they ever did boxing, but
I know they did.
I don't remember, but I know they did a lot of women's basketball. I know they had a bunch of female basketball players in there too, waxing these dudes.
Well, yeah, I mean, female basketball players would kill the majority of people in general when it comes to hooping. Man or not, they're professionals. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna destroy us. But yeah, it's always funny when you would see and not all these guys weren't just overweight type of guys. These were some fit people that were competing against these professionals, and they were. But like I said again, the skill, you could just clearly see how much better the professional is to this average Joe that plays basketball on the weekends. You know what I'm saying?
YMCA club MVP.
Exactly. Okay, congrats. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Alright, let's see. My bad. It just kind of slipped out. Oh, Sean, I'm sorry. That slipped out. I'm sorry, man. No, that was bad. That's the first time I've ever done that. First time I've ever done it. It's the last time, too. Alright, next thing we want to talk about networking before we go into our next song. Again, at ComplexCon, one thing I really learned was the importance of networking. You can have a skill, you can develop your skill, you can be great at it, but unless you tell people what you do, nobody's going to know. I used to feel otherwise. I used to feel that if you're really good at something, somebody's going to notice you eventually. But at some point in time, you have to speak up and say what you need to say. Get your message across,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's super true.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine, shout out to Alexis, dope model. Really dope model, but, she never really put herself out there. She'd be we'll go places. We go to ComplexCon. And, you know, so I got a radio show, wop the bam, yada, yada, yada. And they'll ask her, so what do you do? She's like, oh, I'm a cosmetologist, and I do this. And I'm just like, bro, what? Check this out. Instagram. Ba-da-da-da. Yeah, my girl's a model. Check it out. It's my homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wop the bam. You know what I'm saying? Like, my friend girl, sorry. But yes, this is like, my friend's a model. Check it out. Wop the bam. Like, she's super dope. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's the importance of putting yourself out there, saying what you want to say, getting your message out. And I don't think a lot of people understand that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't. And also, you know, networking, like, it's hard talking to people, you know, like, a lot of people just have problems talking to people, you know, or going up to someone they never talked to before and to try to have a conversation and then not make it seem like they want something out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing. Like, can you imagine trying to, like, network with someone and they're just sitting there like, you're just talking to me because you know that I know this person or you know that I do this, you know, so, like, how do I even know that you're genuine? You feel me?
True that.
So, like, yeah, I can see where it's a little hard. But, yeah, I mean, networking really is everything. It's not about what you can do. It's about who you know.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you know, because there's plenty of people that aren't good at their jobs, you know, or whatever job that is, but they're there because they knew someone that can give them that position.
Right.
You know, so it really is about who you know, who you can talk to, like the groups of people you surround yourself with, and the connections you can make, because that's really what's going to take you to really wherever you want in life. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's almost, sometimes you almost gotta like force yourself to do it, even if you're nervous. It's like, oh my god, like, all right, I'm gonna go talk to this person. You know, I'm gonna go give them my information. You know, so yeah, you got to. But I'm glad you were networking in Complex. I feel like you definitely met some dope people there.
Dope people. Again, shout out to Complex Addictions. Gave me a ton of advice on some things that I was kind of nervous about. They really kind of realigned me in the sense of my purpose. You know, they said, what do you want to be? I said, I want to be the best rated personality ever, want to be the biggest. And I was just like, yo, when you chase accolades like that, you end up losing sense of why you got here. Accolades are supposed to come when you follow your passion. You know, find out what you want inside of you, and then from there, you go on, and then you grow. And the trust to grow when it comes. So I learned that. Like I said, I met Omen. I met some people who work for some journalists in Chicago. And that was super dope too, just to get that experience and meet different kinds of people and meet people who do what I do. Yeah, that's the thing. If you really want to grow something, you need to put yourself in that environment to grow. If you want to be a professional athlete or you want to be a basketball player, you need to go play basketball, hang out with basketball players. You need to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, you got to surround yourself with people that have like mindsets, you know, because and if you could surround yourself with people that are better than you at what you want to do. Right. You know, so it's almost like you have to bring yourself up to that level. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're just hanging around mugs that either don't have the same mindset as you or worse at you than what you're trying to do, then how are you ever going to challenge yourself? You know, how are they ever going to help you out? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make sure, you got to put yourself in a situation to where you're almost uncomfortable of how, you know, much better they may be than you are. You know what I'm saying? So that you kind of have to force yourself to work harder and, you know, and do things that you're out of your comfort zone to grow. Most definitely, guys. Again, life counselors. So somebody cut us a check, man. We out here giving out dimes.
Yeah, honestly.
All right, guys. Next thing we got, but it all comes from a genuine place, guys. For real. All right. Next thing we got up. Willow Smith dropped the album.
Really?
Yeah. I mess with it. It's called Willow. It's
I haven't heard it.
You're about to hear a song right now. It's called Time Machine by Willow Smith off her new album called Willow. We'll be right back. That's your question. The question he asked me off air was that. Go ahead, ask it again.
I'm trying to figure out a good way to ask it, but like, when I'm listening to when an artist is a child of an already established artist, and they're making music, this and that, I feel like it's almost easier for them to be good at what they're doing because of who their father or mother is. You know what I'm saying? Because you're born into it, you're surrounded by the best of the best. You have the best producers, best engineers, best writers, you know, the best everything, you know, at your disposal. You feel me? So it's like, of course, like, I'm expecting you to be good. If that's what you want to do, I'm expecting you to be good because you have literally what everyone else would want. Right. You know, so when I see that, and then I see someone who built themselves up from the ground, literally came from nothing and has grinded, you know, produced their own stuff, or, you know, they were working with a friend, you know, and had to engineer their own, you know what I'm saying, and everything their own, or, you know, had to struggle to get to where they were at, and then get to the same level. I'm looking at them with almost, not more respect, but like, kind of like, I respect you more just because, like, you worked that much harder to get to where you're at. This person was kind of like, here we go. You know? You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
It makes complete sense. the way I view it is when I listen to Jaden and Willow, I say, all right, well, we know your parents. Jaden has started to come out of his dad's shadow though.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not saying they're not good.
Right,
like, the music they make is good.
Right.
Like it's cool, you know. But it's like, well, yeah, of course.
Not necessarily. I mean, they can still put out some garbage because at the same time,
they could put out garbage.
Because when you're someone of prestige and you have that all the access to all that stuff, sometimes you think you're too good, and sometimes you're losing it, and you're not as good as you thought you were. So they can still put out. Anybody can put out garbage music, but like you said, you're see for me, when I first heard Jaden Willow, I'm like, all right, Kids of the Smiths, cool. I did my best to separate them from their dad. One, I never really grew up on their dad's music for one. Two, I mean, I heard some of it, but it was, I heard it. I heard Will Smith's
we were like kid, you were like babies when he was like popping.
Babies, exactly. So it's not like a
hits though.
He had bangers. He had hits. Put some respect on his name.
He was the first rapper to win a Grammy.
Yeah, straight up.
That's
first
history,
rapper to win a Grammy. Yeah, so it'd be different if like I know J. Cole has a son. So like say I hear J. Cole's kid come out and rap. Maybe my expectation would be different. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe because like I didn't listen to Will Smith growing up. So for me, Jada gets a clean slate. Willow gets a clean slate.
Right.
Maybe when if J. Cole's done with a rap 10, 15 years from now, or years from now, actually, he's like a baby. If he were to start rapping, then I'd be like, oh, okay, well.
You would expect him to be good because it's J. Cole's son.
In a sense.
I'm obviously not expecting him to be J. Cole.
Right.
But like. Your J. Cole's son's like, well, yeah, if you're dropping great music, like, well, that's kind of like
the bar.
That's what I'm saying. That's the bar. You have no reason not to drop great music because you have everything at your disposal.
Yeah.
Like if you need the top of the top from whatever in the music industry, you can get it easily. Yeah. Boom. Not everyone has that, So it's a lot. I think it's a lot easier to make good music when you have the best of everything at your disposal is what I'm basically trying to say. Yeah. And it's not a knock on them because they didn't choose who to be born with, and they're fortunate to have the Smiths or any person that's we're just using Jaden and Will as an example. But yeah, and they do make good music, so I'm not knocking them because it's still hard to do it. But yeah, it's like I just feel like it's easier. It's easier for them, in a sense.
Definitely.
And I probably sound like a hater, but I'm really not trying to. I'm really not trying to at all because, like I said. They make good music and they're doing big things. I think Jaden's doing great things, just in the community as a whole, not just with music. So I think that's super cool. But it's like, of course you are,
Yeah, straight up. All right, guys, the next talking point we got. Just a quick update on A$AP Rocky. This is kind of messed up. He was officially charged.
I heard, yeah.
Free Rocky, for one. Two, that really sucks, bro. That apparently there's no bail system in Sweden. And the law does not allow outside influence into their judicial system. So the UN reaching out, our president
that makes sense though.
Calling, didn't do anything. It's like, you're kind of struck.
I understand why they wouldn't want other people affecting. If you commit a crime in Sweden, like it doesn't matter what the president says. Like you committed the crime in Sweden. Like you don't have to deal with the Sweden laws, whatever those are. But yeah, I'm all about freeing Rocky. I mean, I still think it was in self-defense. He told the dude. We also have the video. I don't have to sit there and explain it, but yeah. I'm just interested to see what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
Like what. I hope he doesn't go away. But again, if he does, I do know they have some pretty nice facilities over there. So he's gonna be. He probably could drop an album or two. They probably have a recording studio.
We know you're in prison, but. We know you're a rapper. We know what we did is, man. We gonna pimp your prison cell, bro. We gonna put a recording studio in here. We give you FL Studios. We call Timberland over, bro.
Right.
We got you, man. So that'd be crazy. I feel like he'd be the first rapper to drop. Like, can you imagine?
No.
You know how hard that would be? No, hear me out. To record an album in prison and then drop it.
I feel like that's definitely
to record an album in
prison. Prisons have like. Music
recording
stuff.
Studios?
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know which ones do,
that would be nuts.
But I definitely feel like they do.
That would be hard.
Not all of them, but I'm sure that some of them do have them.
That would go platinum off just the strength of the fact he recorded it in prison.
Plenty of rappers drop stuff in prison.
Well,
now whether it's stuff they recorded before and then it's just getting dropped while they're in prison.
Okay.
Or I'm not talking about the phone call freestyles.
I'm talking about literally you're in prison.
Yeah.
Recording an album.
Just like you're not in prison. Like you're in the studio and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be nuts.
That would be nuts. I think it's happened though before.
Really?
Look it up.
Like
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure.
I know Gucci when he was in jail, he was like on the phone doing like, yeah, drop this, add this, we'll have to bam, this is that and third. Gucci was in prison doing all that when he was locked up for a long time.
But that's what I'm saying again. Like if you have all that stuff already recorded, you can. It's probably a little bit easier just to be like on the phone. Like, yeah, I want this song on there, and I want to try to get that feature for this. Because your stuff's already laid down. But yeah, I do know some prisons do have like at least musical facilities. They're probably not state of the art, but
right. Yo, it's happened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Jesus, Lord have mercy.
Someone's dropped something from prison.
Yeah. Max
yeah.
B, Gucci Mane, C Murder, Shine, Diplomats, Mac Dre, X-Rated, and Lifers Group.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I knew Max B did. Did you hear about him?
Nah, what happened?
His sentence got reduced to 12 years.
What was he in jail for? Prison?
It was a good amount of stuff. He was originally sentenced for 75 years.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and then it went down to 20. Now it's 12. I don't know how you do that, but that's dope though. I know people have been saying free Max B for the longest time.
Yeah, so it all depends on what. I mean, this is my thing again. The free such and such. It all depends on what they did.
Yeah.
All depends on what they did. So I can't sit here and say that. I never read what Max B did, so I can't sit here and say free Max B. So I can't say it. So all right, guys, we gotta take a quick ad break. We'll be right back. Thank you so much.
2.
Talking point we got. Respect to police. How do we feel about that?
How do I feel about respecting the police?
Yeah.
I feel like you should respect anybody.
Yeah.
Just people in general.
100%. I saw this thing on Twitter. These cops, I don't know if you see this, these cops are walking and people are pouring like buckets of water on them. Fully clothed.
I feel like I've heard something about that.
I saw the video.
I didn't see it.
Fully clothed. I mean, that's not the worst thing people have done to police. This is like a year and change ago. A guy walked up on 2 New York cops and shot
him in the head.
Ridiculous.
This is like, yo.
That's so sick. Like, that's sick. That's just disgusting. So, these cops, people were pouring water on their head, and these cops that are reacting in some type of way just kept walking by their business.
Because if they react,
it's over for them.
It's over. Yeah, it's over with.
And it just really sucks. Like, where's the balance at between you trying to do your job properly, you being harassed and sometimes physically hurt, and people pushing your buttons. But if you respond, there's like, and these 2 cops are white, and the people pouring water on them are black. So it's like I really feel bad for these cops.
Yeah.
They like some people take advantage of it and they milk it. And they milk it. They make it seem a lot worse than what it is, and I hate that. I feel like we as black people we feel like we can't be racist sometimes. What do you mean like
we can't be racist?
Like some black people feel that like they say racist things or they treat white people away or they say certain things about white people or really any other race, but specifically white people. And I just be like, I'm like, yo, like that's kind of racist, but no one's talking about it because it's just like, well, they're so racist to us and everyone's so comfortable making white jokes and all this other stuff, but it's just like. That's still racist. I feel like
I think anybody can be racist.
Anybody,
no matter what you are.
Right, but I feel like, and all right, it doesn't matter. Anybody.
But I do know that some people argue that like only white people can be racist.
That's what I'm trying to say. Exactly. Black people feel like they're immune.
Yeah.
To being racist because, and granted, yes, we got put through a lot, slavery, etc. Still racism to this day. I'm not trying to downplay that. What I'm trying to say is, we can be racist too, and we have to hold ourselves accountable so we're not doing dumb stuff like that. Because say, you sitting there, you want to pour water on these cops and do all sorts of stuff. What if that cop had a really bad day? Or he really was a racist cop. He pulled out and he shot you. And he shot you. Yeah, that cop's in trouble, but you know what? You're dead.
You're dead.
So it's
Your
just
life is done.
Like, what do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're stupid.
Yeah.
I don't like that as a black community we do that.
I don't know, man. I feel like for me, like, I would, if I knew a group of people looked at my people a certain way, and thought we acted a certain way, and thought we were behaved a certain way, I feel I would make a point to just be the opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I would show them like, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me show you how you're wrong, and I'm gonna hold myself to a higher standard and act in such a way. Not that these people that are doing it are acting crazy, but yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't be pouring water on cops or anybody just for no reason.
Disrespect.
That's mad disrespectful. I guarantee if someone was doing that to them, they'd be pissed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But because it's cops, they're laughing and stuff like it's I don't know. I don't think it's funny. I think it's just because it was 2 cops that were getting the water poured on them, and they happen to be white cops. It's like how the tensions are nowadays with cops and black people. Understandably so. I'm not saying this shouldn't be. I get why, but that doesn't give anybody a free pass to act just crazy, act wild towards anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If anything, you should be trying to mend those. You should be trying to fix the tear in society. You know, you shouldn't be making it bigger, you know, and adding to it, you know, and being rude and disrespectful to people that you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Those cops could be great people. You know what I'm saying? They could have just gotten done helping a black family or someone that was black, you know, in a situation, and then walking down the street, going back to wherever the case is, and then now these kids see them as like automatically like, oh, those are bad cops. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Just like some people feel that the cops generalize black people.
Yeah. We generalize cops.
We generalize cops. So how does that make us any better?
We generalize.
You know what I'm saying?
White people.
White people. Yeah, that's even better. So
Yeah.
does it make us any better? No, it doesn't. It makes us. We're doing the exact same thing that we are complaining about them doing to us.
Yeah.
So why should they stop doing it to us if we're doing it to them?
Exactly. And
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a ridiculous cycle of just hatred, violence.
Yeah.
And
it gets it gets us nowhere. Like we haven't gotten any further in society. Like, and like things haven't changed for us for the better. You know, like, but we continue to act like this and we continue to disrespect these people. You know, like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. You know, like you keep doing the same actions over and over again, and then you complain when nothing changes. Well, then how about you do something different so something changes? You know, because nothing's gonna change if you keep doing the same thing. You're gonna get the same product every single time.
That's the definition of insanity.
Exactly. That's the definition of insanity. So are we all insane? I don't know.
You know, it's ridiculous. And kind of like to what you said, say that now, like say that cop goes on now and he's like, you know what, man, last time I went to this neighborhood, a bunch of people pour water on me. You know what? They call 911. Maybe I'm going to be slower to respond.
Yeah.
And then people get hurt. And then you say, well, why didn't the cops come? Well, why would I come if you hurt me? Because at being someone, you know, being an EMT, one of the first things they teach you in first responder class, and the first responder is not just the EMTs, firefighting, cops, paramedics,
whoever's there.
The first thing you need to do, and really it's a lesson everyone can take in life, is that take care of yourself first. You cannot take care of anybody if you have not taken care of yourself. So if I'm a cop, and I know they out here pouring, and if they're pouring water on me, they're probably doing other stuff. Throwing rocks, probably. Maybe they messed up my car, whatever the case may be. You know, if you willing, like literally walked up behind him and was like, whatever ridiculously big, huge bucket of water. And I remember a few months ago, there's a video, I think it was in Atlanta, these people were having a party and the cops showed up. Everyone took like water guns and water balloons, started tagging them all. And it was like, it got really physical, and everybody was bumping up into each other. It got really ugly. So it's just like, why would I go there when I know you're going to treat me like that? I still got odds are these cops, they probably got families to go home to. I got kids, I got a wife, I got something I got to take care of. I'm not finna fool with this. It's ridiculous. Or you end up, like I said, all this karma and this bad energy you create, you end up with that one cop that you don't want to try. And then you on the ground in handcuffs for assaulting an officer or whatever the charge would be for whatever stupid thing that you did. And really just making it worse for black people in general. Like that's one thing I don't think they realize, that it's a really selfish and dumb action to generalize it, but you're making it terrible for everybody.
Yeah, and another thing, like, what if that action of you know, getting the water poured on them made their views switch on how they viewed black people?
Back at square one.
Exactly.
Back to
you know
the
what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's not just black and white. This is just anybody in general. This
100%.
is people in general. Like,
100%.
if you like, you shouldn't, you know, poke the flame and add fuel to the flame and then complain when it gets bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're adding to it and you're making people forcing them to have certain opinions on you, like, that's, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing anything to change that. You're not trying to show that you're better than that. You're not trying to show that you're different. You're not trying to show that not everyone is the same person. You know what I'm saying? You're just basically saying, oh, you think I'm trash? Okay, let me go ahead and be trash to you then. Let me not try to change your opinion.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna think, oh, what's the point?
Exactly. And it's just like, come on, like, let's just be smarter here.
Yeah.
Let's just be smarter. I think that's what we need to do as a society, not just black people, not just white people, just as a whole, and not just America. I'm talking about the world, universe, galaxy. You know, we just need to be smarter and just make better decisions. You know, treat people as people, respect them. You know.
Yeah. And I feel like that a lot of that's lost. Because if you look at it, one, I think social media plays a big part in that. We always bring up social media.
I know. I was hoping you wouldn't. It's just so it's like, don't forget it.
Oh, we always bring it up.
Man.
But I mean, I don't know. We've lost touch of what's important. You know.
Definitely.
And I don't think it's all social media's fault. I think it's a lot of other things too.
Definitely not all social media's fault. I mean, social media definitely plays a big part in it. I just think since it's so easy to see things, talk to people, share things, and the idea of it is great. You know, being able to connect with anybody around the world, being able to share thoughts, ideas, you know, information. Like, that's awesome that you can do that, but that's not what's being, that's not the only thing being shared. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's not the only thing happening over the internet. Like, there's a lot of bad stuff, a lot of insecurities, you know, like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, you know, a lot of the times I contemplate, like, man, I feel like I should just delete Instagram. Let me delete Facebook. Let me delete Twitter. Let me delete that. Like, I don't need these in my life. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like, especially with the type of career that I want, you know, I'm going to. It's like almost like you need social media. Mm-hmm. Like, if you don't have social media, it's like you don't exist in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, yeah. It's like some people are like, oh yeah, I'll just add you on Facebook. Well, I don't have a Facebook. Oh, okay. Well, do you have? No, I don't have a Snapchat either. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, do you have? No, I don't have Instagram either. Oh, okay. Give me your phone number. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's just like, because people don't ask for the numbers anymore. That's not the first thing they ask for. They ask for Facebook. Let me get you Twitter. Let me get, you know, what's your social media? Mm-hmm. You feel me? So if you don't have any of that, it's like, okay, well, how do I even contact you? I'm not, you know, then it's like, I'm not going to go out of my way to contact you because you're not on anything. You're not easily accessible. I'm going to go talk to somebody else. I'm going to go give them this job. You feel me? Right. Because it's so hard to reach you. So it's like, man, okay, I guess I have to have one then, you know? Right. And I guess you don't have to, you can have one and not necessarily be obsessed with it, you know? I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people that just have, like I have a Facebook, but I rarely post. I rarely post. Like, on there, the only reason I have it is just so I can talk to, like, relatives, you know what I'm saying? Or to be a part of, like, work group pages, so I know when the schedule's up, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't post a lot. Like, I don't really post on Twitter that much. I'd like to post on Instagram more, just because, like, I like pictures and stuff and looking at stuff like that. But, like, I do know a lot of people that are, like, constantly on Snapchat, you know, recording the worst. And, you know, the thing, a lot of times it's not good stuff. It's they're recording the worst of people.
That's the part that kills me.
Which, yeah, it sucks, you know, because I feel like social media has made people everyone's always trying to look better than the next person. Mm-hmm. So if they have a chance to videotape someone at their lowest point, they're going to do that. You know, so look at them, look how horrible they are, so they can feel a bit better about themselves. Or, oh, record me giving, you know, this homeless person $1 so I can post it and see everyone can see how good I am. Lame. So lame, bro. I hate that so much. It's like, yo, I honestly think if you're recording yourself doing a good deed so you can post it so people can see it, you're not a good the person. Whole point of the good deed is lost. Yeah. You did it for such a selfish reason, you know? Like, I don't know, but, you know, people do that because now I feel like a lot of times social media, or just in just the way the world is now, the way people think of you is so important to the individual now. Mm-hmm. You know, like that, like they will do whatever they can to make everyone's opinion of them great. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, like, they hate themselves, or they don't even know who they are because they're a different person which everyone they see, because you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like,
100%.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know, man. It's just it's a weird time. It's a weird time growing up. You know, trying to find out who you are when you don't even. It's like you don't even know who you are. You're different for every single person that you see. Yep. You know, because you're trying to be perfect for everybody.
Yeah, man. 100%. So again, I really do not want to bring up social media.
Yeah, bro. I didn't want to talk about it. I had to.
We touch on it every week, but man, long story short, guys, treat each other better. Don't, and honestly, or what's up, bro?
I was just saying that just be good human. Just be a good human being.
Period.
You know, period. Like, it's that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see someone needs help them out. Don't expect something in return. You know what I'm saying? You walk past someone, give them a smile. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That could change someone's day. You feel me? You see an old lady struggling to carry some bags to her car, but like, hey, you need some help. Yeah. You know, what is it? It's what's gonna take a minute out of your day to help somebody, and it's gonna make you feel great. It's gonna make them feel great. Like, there's no negative to it. You know, but I feel like a lot of people are concerned about, okay, well, what am I gonna get out of this? All right. How am I gonna benefit from this? Really? You know, so it's and I get that. I get that way of thinking. I really do, but it's not always about what you can get. Sometimes it's about what you can give, and that's the most important thing you can do. You know, that's the most important thing you can do. And just imagine if everyone did one good deed. If everyone in the world did one good deed a day, can you imagine how better of a world this would be?
You smack it.
That's what I'm saying, you know? But
you know what I just found out smacking means?
What?
Like, when someone says, oh, that's smacking. Like, the food is smacking, they mean like you smacking your teeth?
Yeah.
I'm so dumb. I thought it was like smacking.
I mean, yeah. Like, man. time do we have? Bro?
Oh, we got 10 minutes. I just found out I had no clue. I didn't know they meant like. I thought they meant like.
You thought they meant smacking. Smacking what?
I don't know. Alright, guys. Oh man, we need a break. What's this self-love off of Revenge of the Dreamers 3? Ari Lennox, Baby Rose, and Boss. We'll be right back. Today's show was pretty flame, bro.
Yeah, I think so.
Very excited. Just some quick updates for you guys. Next week we will be moving radio stations. Actually, this weekend we are moving to a new home in Round Lake Heights. Me and Pierce are familiar with the station.
Yeah.
It's back home for us. That was cozy. I think life works in mysterious ways. How we ended up back there.
Yeah, of all places.
Yeah, I know, right? Back to where we started, which is sometimes a good thing and a bad thing. That right now is an amazing thing for us. And I'm really excited to get back into that place. Super dope, super smooth. Really excited for that. So, what other stuff you got coming up for you, Mr. Actor Man?
I just got some fire headshots taken. Shout out Quentin Worthy.
Q Worthy.
Check out Worthy Visuals on Instagram.
DM me.
Fire pictures.
DM me back, dog. Yeah.
Hit him up.
Yep.
He will definitely take care of you. So I just got those taken care of. So I'm just gonna update my acting resume, and just start working again. Start grinding. So I'm really looking forward to that. Start taking some acting classes. Just try to sharpen my senses so I can get to where I want to go.
Absolutely, man. How hard is it to find work as an actor?
It's definitely not just like it's not like a regular job where you just apply, get an interview. I guess you do get an interview like an audition, but like you got to think like when you get called for an audition, there a lot of the times, for whatever the role is, they're looking for a certain look, certain type of person to play that. Because just as important as the acting is, the look of the person is just as important as well. Unless the acting is so good that it doesn't matter what the person looks like, But so there'll be sometimes I've walked into a room and I see like 20 me's and I'm like, oh my god, like they all look like me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just a little weird, but it is kind of tough. And one thing, if you are trying to get into that type of field, you gotta understand. Oh, there's a spider on the window.
It's been there for the past 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's on the outside. Oh
no, it's on the inside now.
Crap, it's in now. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, he's gotta go.
Anyway. One thing you gotta understand that when it comes to like acting, and trying to get work, most of the time you're gonna get a lot of no's. You're gonna get told no, and most of the time it's really not even for your acting. It's just because that person's too tall, or their hair is too dark, or this or that. Just small stuff that it really isn't your fault. So you gotta be able to learn how to just take criticism, and keep moving. Take a no and be like, all right, well, on to the next. You can't dwell on your losses, your failures. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty. There's plenty of actors that you've seen. Like, I'm talking huge actors that, for the longest time, were barely working. Or started off doing commercials. Not every. Leonardo DiCaprio didn't start off, in blockbuster movies.
Right.
You feel me? Like, a lot of these people are starting off small, working their way, doing independent films, student films, just working on their craft until they can get to a point to where they can, contribute to a larger production. And that's just everything in life. Like you're not gonna be an NBA player when you just pick up a ball.
Right.
You gotta join the middle school team, then you gotta do AIU. Then you gotta go to high school. You know what I'm saying? Like there's levels to it. You gotta keep working on your craft. But the more you work on your craft, the better you're gonna get. The more work you're gonna do.
Yep.
Yeah, but you got to be able to take those no's and take the criticism and keep moving, keep pushing, and know that what you're doing is correct and what you want to do. Don't let people tell you any different. Because there's plenty of people that have told me when I tell them like, yeah, I want to act, they're like, oh, really? Like that's what you want to do? Like that's not even like possible. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just super, like that's so hard to get into. I'm like, okay, well, thanks for giving me, making me feel good about myself. But like, not everyone's gonna support you. But I guarantee you, when you make it, they're gonna be sitting there like, oh man, I went to school with him. I did this with him. I did that with him. But they're never gonna bring up the time where they told you you're gonna fail. Like that's not you. You can't do that.
Right.
You feel me? So you just gotta. Don't let the negativity get to you. You gotta constantly be positive, constantly keep pushing, and remind yourself that what you're doing is correct for you.
100%, man.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
I don't even know if I answered the question.
But honestly, no, you kind of did. I think I said it's tough to be an actor. And you gave pretty much the right responses. A lot of responses in life aren't black and white anyway.
Yeah.
They're never really yes or no. There's a lot of stuff in between. So that was a perfect response from me, bro. So I admire you for your dedication. I admire you for sticking to it because it's obviously not easy. But with that said, we got to wrap up. Where can the people find you at?
You can find me on all social medias. Type in my name, Pierce Anderson. I will pop up, usually first or second.
Dope. You guys can find me at Devonn Overstreet on all platforms. YouTube, we can find all of our full shows. It's called ISD in School Detention. Look for our logo, which is a blue block with yellow letters on it, or white letters. That's really bad. I don't know what my logo looks like. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you guys next week. You guys have a great week.
Peace.
Slade.